Welcome back to Dishonored, where we have just entered the Clockwork Mansion. Let's try and take out, well, Cameron Jindosh without taking him out permanently, or at least without killing him. And possibly the much more important thing, save Anton Sokolov.
Alright, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Probably very true, but one thing you might forget is that you have some powerful enemies.
There are such strange and wonderful things living down in the deep.
Indeed there are. Although, is that a horned octopus, or is it just... I mean, if it's a horned octopus, well, that doesn't really make sense, because one of the amazing things about an octopus is how the only solid thing is its beak, which means it can slip through anything that is any hole that is larger than its beak, which is insane. Nice sight on how, well, we all saw this thing from the trailers. This place, the entire thing is in motion, can be in motion. Which is of course an awesome thing, but... well, let's not play by the rules, shall we? Hostile territory yet. I somehow find that hard to believe. Those aren't eyes or something, are they?
Ah, the space behind the walls.
Yeah, okay. So I feel like we kind of just well, how I kind of cheated past some of the most amazing things in the game, but at the same time would you try to experience the awesomeness, or interesting place to play pool, or would you be sensible and play around the entire thing? Because I've not set this house in motion yet. So far, the waiting room. So far, the house is still, I don't know, docile. Yeah, in many ways I see this house, it's I kind of see, I don't
I
know,
think at
Monster
these
House.
prices, the man wouldn't keep us waiting.
There's only one Kirin Jindosh. He can charge whatever he likes. Besides, you're rich enough to afford a couple of the Clockworks. I happen to know you've doubled your fortune since the Duke took over the silver mines.
Lower wages means higher profits, but it's my time that's precious. I'm not used to waiting.
Neither am I. When was the last time someone had me waiting for more than an hour? I can't remember. It's almost titillating.
How many Clockworks did you say there were? It's a numbered set, if I recall.
It is indeed, but 36, 46? Very exclusive, whatever the count. Everyone at the Garden Club will be green with envy.
He grows restless and melancholy during the month of darkness. It makes him do bad things to those around him. She used a slow-acting poison. It began with confusion, then pain, swelling, vomiting. She pretended to be surprised and sympathetic during their ordeal.
Oh yeah, there is somebody in there.
Oh, the look on his face. Well, who was he expecting? The Empress? What a fool.
Okay, so I can still... There are multiple locations from which I can send displays into motion, but... Yeah, for some reason I really do see this place as the monster house. The place that can itself become alive. I mean, with tin soldiers and everything, that is far from the most outrageous idea. Shaman is right over there. This is still the space between the walls. If I can, I would like to stay between the walls as long as possible. Quick look. Nobody's around. So I can shut off a machine and then use that whale oil tank to deal with the bugs. The one thing I fear then is, will that not alert the guards, but I feel like this is the best plan I have.
Someone setting off explosives in my home?
Jindosh.
Welcome, visitor. My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rooms. I'm Kirin Jindosh, but you must know that. I challenge you to come find me. Take whatever you seek, but all along the way, and I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection. You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation?
Well damn, I hope
So
so.
close just a while ago, but now I wonder if you know where you're going.
Yeah, I did kind of fear for that. Damn it. Would have been cool if I could just be stealthy the entire way. Oh well. Ladybird. Spring raisers have a slight chance of eliminating a body. Cool if I ever use spring razors. Last words. To whoever might find this. Are you trapped? I know only too well your situation. You see, these are my last words. I found a spot away from the clutches of those things, but for what? I have no food, no water, and I need to grow. And I now grow weak. If there's a chance of escape, then I missed it. Even writing this note saps any strength I had left. I thought I could beat this contraption, this terrible house, this thing that Jindosh has built, but it has beaten me. If only I thought to bring water, or a morsel of bread. And so I say goodbye to you, my reckless friend. Perhaps you too will die here. I'm sorry for that. If I become a ghost, then I'll try to help you. Otherwise, fare thee well. Stanislaw Shepherd. Juggler, magician, thief, arrogant, and surely a fool. Yeah, I might replay this.
I sense your movements. I know where you are. Be careful. This was devised to test the limits of the Clockwork soldiers. Quite dangerous.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll try,
Breathtaking. According to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly.
Well, luckily for me, she clearly has no idea what part of the house she's in. Yeah, it would be cool if then suddenly if you appear and Jindosh never had noticed you. And then it's suddenly, wait, who got in my house? Help! That would have been cool. Interesting. Oh, the academy. Do we have here then? Bird of Prey. Drop assassination, restore some health. Does that also work with drop... Well, no way for me to get past this one. Girl or derided. A representative from the Sisters of the Ocular Order in Sarkonos paid a surprise visit this week to officials at the Grand Palace. For those that don't know, the Sisters of the Ocular are, if I'm correct, kind of the sister group of the Abbey of the Everyman. And I thought they were slightly less evil, but then again we have never really seen them and know very little about them. The message is to call into doubt the orders formerly held position of the illegitimacy of our new Empress, Delilah Colton, Delilah Bloody Copper Spoon. It seems that there's an intense disagreement between the sects of the secretive organization. While not a full reversal, the visit to the Grand Palace prompted the following statement from Duke Luca Abel. It pleases me that the Sisters of the Ocular Order have come closer to endorsing our beloved Empress Delilah Copperspoon. Yes, I'm not going to say Goldwyn after her name. A recent and valiant coup is an attempt at restoring just rule to the Empire, and I advise the Ocular Order and the even stubborn Abbey of the Everyman to immediately embrace Delilah as Empress, accepting her wisdom and authority. We thank the Ocular Sisters for delivering this vision, and we call for a day of celebration. Meanwhile, Vice Overseer Liam Bryan, speaking on behalf of the Abbey of the Everyman, advises restraint, saying that the latest missives from the Ocular Order are still being interpreted and debated. Ah, that's how we could get through. But we don't have... Yeah, we don't have enough for that one yet, because... Well, Shadow Walk sounds like an interesting one, and if you had this one, then I could get through. Or if you have Corvo, and, well, there's a red around, so... But I guess we are going around, and I'm not going into this room, because... Well, he said that that was basically a test room for how much the tin soldiers can do.
At this place, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. Hello, are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floors or the sounds of your breathing anymore, but it seems like a reasonable guess that somehow you've gotten beyond the inner walls of the house.
There he goes again. Who do you suppose he's talking to?
Just work
It
harder.
explains the delay at least.
Beautiful.
There is a break. I hope the Clockwork's dealing quickly. I'm tired of waiting for Jindosh.
That boat over there, that wouldn't be somewhere around where I've been at before, where I just came from, right? Don't think it was, but you can never be too sure. Let's not step on fragile, or maybe not very fragile, but let's not step on, well, literally step on glass. I bet that you could play this level several ways. Just a way of never getting detected, or never getting into any of the normal, just only using the spaces between the walls, or maybe even, or just only playing in the normal rooms.
I'm tired. How long must I endure in this shadow state?
I don't know.
I wonder if that works.
Okay.
Let's see.
That was careless. Way too careless. Diner the Lounge. Laboratory, that's where currently. Like I said, if I can avoid it, I would like...
Cold and mirthless outside the walls, isn't it? Hello? Are you there?
Oh, this one is prepped to go up somewhere. Interesting. There's no way for me to just destroy it, is there? Annoying. Is that away? Yeah, I'm pretty much navigating the room, this house in a way that it was probably never meant to be navigated in. I know that on the design level this was exactly how it was, well, what was supposed to be a way you could navigate in it. But in the world it was never supposed to be traversed like this. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I get past this. I need to go that way. There's no... That's annoying. I even added a sound for the light to make. That's thanks to detail. Maybe I'll have to put some parts of the house in motion. For as much as I would like, I'd like to avoid that.
You come during exciting times. The Empress has fallen and our own Duke Luca Abel is...
Is that a door?
The rising star in the Empire. Your breath caught just as I said Empress. Something disturbing about that?
Alert. Always. They don't gotta say it twice. Huh?
Okay. Now that basically shows the use of that dark vision upgrade. I knew somebody was coming before.
Anyone here? Show yourself!
Shit.
Hey, what do you think?
Shit.
You're dead!
Have your friend. Oh god, no!
Personnel protecting you before, but yet the best one of my Clockwork soldiers. Combat protocol serious. Know that your last moment, the last vision you behold, is a work of scintillating industry.
parry these fuckers.
Playback for unambiguous enemy. This is another test for the Clockwork soldiers. Each makes us better. Playback for combat protocols.
Okay.
The machine is over.
Okay.
Impressive. Not many people would still be standing after that.
And cheers. They are a lot more killable now. That was really unfortunate timing. God just had to walk in at exactly the wrong moment. Timing is just quite upsetting. So, what's down there then? Do not use the elevator between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
About you. You've made it farther than most.
Private guest area, assessment area. I feel like assessment area could be useful.
Who's there? I heard something.
Oh shit.
Oh well.
So that definitely went a lot worse than expected.
Looks like we're happy just doing a job.
Now that's an interesting device, isn't it? Maybe I can get a lot further if I'm not very fit.
At last, but where is Jindosh?
No. You can go straight up again. Okay. Let's just say that that was not quite part of the plan. And leave it at that.
Only something would happen around here. Doesn't have to be a circus. Just some little bit of excitement.
You might think you're going to elude my clockworks, but you'll only end up teaching me, adding to my studies.
What's going on here? A body? Here? Huh? What?
Well, that's another one to my assault counter. Damn it, I wanted to cut down on those. Oh well. I guess this also works. And well, of course that happened. Does that mean that there's something in this water that you can achieve? Thought there might have been something under there. Wait, what? That one's so close. When did I find out where he was? Is the game giving me directions for taking too long or something? I mean, I could buy that. Sokolov's needs. Note to staff. As you know, we have a special guest in the assessment chamber, the infamous inventor Anton Sokolov. While the facility is not noted for its creature comfort, I expect Sokolov's basic needs and bodily functions to be taken care of, so they never become a nuisance. So they never become a nuisance to me. And Sokolov is being held somewhere called the assessment chamber. Yeah, I already.
Why is the man so secretive? He's always so...
Okay. Let's not try that. Oh. We're back at this room, are we? There we have Anton. He's been busy, I see. I don't think this glass will be very breakable, will it? Yeah.
'I've made so many things, this house not the least among them. But I suppose it's my Clockwork soldiers I'll be remembered for.
So if I want to get in here, I'll need to put the house in motion, but that's also the last thing I'll want to. Maybe I can try something.
Oh, come on. Protocol. You're no stranger entering here. My Clockwork soldiers will always keep these blaze of somebody's machine. Was that your explosive that just went off, or one of my Clockworks?
Come on.
Machine has entered combat. Ruber has detached.
There we go.
The Clockwork you just destroyed served as the prototype for deception. I'll collect it and add it to my gallery.
Okay. That was definitely one way of doing it.
Sokolov.
Can it be? Is that young Emily Caldwin?
Anton, save your strength. I came to take you out of here.
Jendosh has bigger plans than you know. An army of his Clockwork soldiers. It would be the end.
I'm going to visit Jindosh too, old friend.
That's just unconscious, right? Okay, unconscious. Yes, rescue him. Anyway, plans on how exactly we do that? I guess not.
You've taken Sokolov. Now what?
You'll be safer in the carriage, Sokolov. Then, I owe Jindosh a visit.
Astonishing. You freed Anton Sokolov.
Alright. Oh, no, God, no. Oh, Christ.
Someone there?
Let's have a look. So let's see. What was it? I don't like
Nothing
that.
here?
Better have a look.
Let's have a look around.
I wonder who that was.
Something feels wrong.
Okay.
I wonder what I'm dealing with.
Keep wondering, because that's all you'll ever do.
Did I imagine that? No, I'm sure.
Stay right here, Anton.
Nothing after all.
Now, how on earth am I going to get out of here? Wait. Oh, maybe I'll climb on top of here, then go up there and into the... Alright. We are now out of normal
From your
sight.
step, I've worked out that you're a woman. Young and athletic. Intriguing.
No one says no to me.
If you're there, I have to warn you, that area's not safe. Not meant for human passage.
As you were.
I need to pee.
Thought I heard blood flies for a second.
He says, keep alert. And I says, am I? I've been alert. He says, yeah, this time I really mean it.
Oh. Location changed the last second again. Come on.
evening at the Rum Club.
How did you manage to get into the workings of my work? Quite like a rat, gnawing at the wires.
Simple. It's not at all well sectioned off. It's in fact very easy to get inside of here. I'm going to get Sokolov out of here, into the carriage. End the episode, start the next one, and then I'll take care of you.
I won't let you take him. Sokolov was the great thinker of his time, and now he belongs to me.
Oh really, you're not going to let me? Please! By all means, stop me. You're not going to do a better job at it. Sorry. You're not going to do a better job of stopping me than Far Reaches. Oh, okay. With its incredibly unreliable UI. Christ. Sorry. And well, that's going to actually do a lot more damage than you might imagine, because the big difference between falling and falling when you are unconscious is when you are unconscious. Oh, Christ.
Playback for detection registered. 1,000 rotations. Reintroducing graphite.
Take a guess what you're going to have to deal with now.
Running search protocol and playback indicates the search protocol is underway. You've been one of my Clockwork soldiers. I'll have questions about that once I have you restrained. The displays if someone eludes the machine. Know that your last moments, the last vision you behold, is a work of scintillating industry. The very pinnacle of invention. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Waking up.
Oh, what?
Quarry lost. Continue search.
Of course you lost me. Okay.
Search playback. When displays, search is underway.
Getting around this place is getting a lot harder every time I take out a robot.
This indicates the search protocol is underway.
Come on.
Running search protocol.
Can I take out that spot?
Visitor is another test for the Clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better. Extraordinary. The Clockwork soldiers are no match for you. This turns out to be a very interesting day.
Somehow I got out of that alive.
Yeah. Does every one of them have one of those? Alright, so here I'm definitely going to take the high ground because, well, there are probably guards outside and I definitely don't want to deal with them. Wait. I didn't bring the car, did I?
Okay. At least Anton is safe. Now, for Jindosh.
Who the hell are you? It's never simple, is it? Well, let's have it complicated then, in the next one.